The gospel frees us from all of our past sins, but did you know that some Christians do not know how to experience release from the things that they have done in their past? There are things in the rearview mirror that continue to drag them down. To live in the freedom of a guilt-free life is an elusive dream for them. It doesn't have to be that way. I have some fantastic news for you. Hello everyone, Rick Thomas here. We're helping people live effective lives. This is Teen Devotion number 19, Will God Forgive Me? It's an important question that a lot of people have asked themselves. Some sins can feel so significant that the gospel appears small in overcoming those transgressions. If your sin feels that substantial to you, it's time to come to terms with the gospel. The gospel is the power of God to salvation. It's also the power of God in your sanctification as well. When Jesus talked about it being finished on the cross, he meant that there is nothing else to do to earn God's favor. There is no need for and no possibility of any other person paying for anyone's sin. That includes you too, trying to pay for yours. The answer to the question in this devotion, will God forgive me? Well, the answer to that question is an absolute yes. It is finished. The work is complete. There is no sin outside of God's ability to forgive. Now, part of this problem is a willingness to admit what we did wrong. And I acutely understand how hard it is to own personal sin. There are very few people who are so free that they willingly admit whatever their sin may be in their life. There are many things I would choose to do than to tell the truth about myself. Other things get in the way. Other things I would rather do in the moment when I know that I need to confess my sin, whatever it may be. But I have learned in my old age that if I'm not honest with myself, and if I'm not honest with other people, there's a possibility I will spin myself off into a distorted, self-deceptive existence. And you don't want to live in that distorted existence where you have turned the truth of God into a lie and you have chose to believe a lie rather than to walk in the light of God's truth. Without God's grace that empowers me, or without God's grace that empowers you, and real biblical friendships to help you and me, well, there would be no recovery for my struggles, for your struggles, with our transgressions. If you are struggling with past sin, here are 3 crucial things for you to do. I want you to listen carefully. I'd love for you to make notes, and I would love for you to work through them in the order that I'm going to give them to you. Again, if you're struggling with past sins and just can't seem to get over them, here's what I want you to do. Number 1, I want you to pray. Tell the truth to God about what you did. Now, He already knows, but you want to be honest. You want to confess. The word confess means to agree. Though He already knows, you need to agree. You need to agree with God that what you have done is wrong. And so pray. Tell the truth to God about what you did. This is part number 2, confess. Well, as you are confessing, ask God to forgive you. You tell Him the truth about what you did. You are agreeing with Him, so you are confessing. Point number 2, confess. Ask God to forgive you. And then number 3, confide. Find a friend to talk about this process. I'm not saying that you ask them to forgive you for your sin if you haven't sinned against them. You're not confessing the sin to them, but I'm talking about community here. I'm talking about a biblical friendship. I'm talking about someone that will walk with you. Too often we will confess our sins to God, but we're still entangled in them because we're not experiencing the one another's in the New Testament. We're not coming alongside one another. We're not helping one another. We're not untangling one another. And we really should have that kind of community. And I trust that you have one friend that you can confide in. And so I want you, number 1, to pray. Number 2, to confess. And number 3, confide. This is Teen Devotion number 19, Will God forgive me? Here are some reflection questions for you. Number one, what is the hardest part of what I've just shared with you? Think about the things that I've said, probably around praying, confessing, and confiding. What is the hardest part? And why is it so difficult? And then question number two, is there a sin hanging over you like a dark cloud? If there is, will you make a plan to do what I've asked you to do in this video? Now, if you need some help, if you need to talk to someone about this, and you honestly do not have someone in your life that you can talk to, well, you can talk to us. And so come to our free community forums and get your free username and password and just jump on there. You can flatten it out. You don't have to talk specifically. You can talk in a general way so that it doesn't reveal who you are. If that's your desire, that's fine. It doesn't matter who you are in that sense, but what does matter is that you receive the help that you need. And if we can help you, please let us know. Teen Devotion number 19, Will God Forgive Me? Yes, He will. Thank you so much for watching.